Welcome to a stream. It has been a hot minute since I've streamed. 3? No, not 3 months. That'd be ridiculous. It's been a while. Looking back at this, I'm gonna go ahead and say no, August? Whoa, been way more than 3 months. Holy crap. August, apparently. I was gonna come back into gaming streaming. And that clearly did not work for me. Didn't do that at all. So here I am creating or attempting to create a D&D campaign. I think I have less than a month to complete the first part, so that's why we're here doing that. Little background on it, I suppose. But I feel like I've done this already. Not a huge deal, but still gonna let this one go out there. There's a commenter on my main page. But basically what's happening here is creating my own campaign. The campaign takes place not shortly after, 200 years after the events that made up the Tyranny of Dragons. So those are going to be, Horde of the Dragon Queen and the Rise of Tiamat. So have the Horde of the Dragon Queen, played the Horde of the Dragon Queen, did the Rise of Tiamat. Don't have that in a physical book. I bought that on Roll20. It's all right. I don't know if I would ever. I don't think I'm going back to Roll20 like ever. It's an okay for a quick VTT that we needed for the pandemic, but alas, it was not meant to be for very long. With that being said, I don't really have anything else that needs to be introduced there. So yeah, let's get going. So basically what we're doing is we're gonna make this campaign in not Roll20. I just said I'm never going back to Roll20. We're gonna go back to we're gonna keep doing this in virtual. I am hoping amongst hope that at some point we're able to get to a point where we can do some more in person. But again, that's part of my that's campaign, and I have people all over the state where I live in, so it may not always happen. But if we can do a hybrid thing, I would not be sad about that at all. So what am I doing right now? I tell you what I'm doing. I am getting some character images put in here. I commissioned an artist to paint my character tokens and sheets, their characters. And the reason that I wanted to do this was because I wanted art style to be the same somewhere in this freaking campaign. So basically what's happening here, right, is I'm going to be doing a couple different things here, using a couple different programs, and the art style is just never going to be the same, right? So I've got Dungeon Alchemist, which we'll look at later today, creating dungeons, buildings, ruins, and things like that. And we're gonna try to build like an overland map out of it either today or next week. But for more of those overland maps, I have Campaign Cartographer 3, which is a really complicated piece of software that I am kind of trying to learn, debating if I'm going to keep learning it or find something a little bit easier to work on, because right now it is not easy to do at all. Just it's pretty bad, pretty difficult to do anything with. So I'm hoping that I don't have that. I can either get good done or find something better. The problem is I have already bought a lot of modules for Campaign Cartographer 3, and I really, really don't want to go back if I don't have to. So, with that being said, let's put some awesomeness into here. Shit, that's not where I wanted to put Dan. So let's upload it to here and we'll get it later. All right. Okay, so here we go. We have 2 of our characters with, hey, what are you doing here? You are not supposed to be like that. With their I forgot to update token. So we have 2 of the characters here with their things. So I've only got 2 done. Hopefully getting 2 by next week. But we got Mingus and name yet to be named, right? So Mingus is actually one of the characters. He is the current DM of our current campaign. So these 2 kind of grew up together, right? Significantly older, significantly smaller, but one's a tabaxi, one's a goblin. And we're playing. I know Mingus, the guy who's playing Mingus, he is going to be playing this like absolutely freaking chaotic because he was before this a paladin who was lawful good, and I told him like, nope, you don't get to do that anymore. I don't want to see that anymore. So, he's like, well, fine then. I will just go ahead and be the most ridiculous chaotic person I could be, and that's what he wants to do. And I'm like, okay, I love it, I dig it, I can get behind this, no worries whatsoever. So that'll be fun. But yeah, here we go. Then we've got a few other characters, so I'm gonna just kind of bring this right. All right, so Jet the Tabaxi, who apparently I did not do everyone update this correctly, and Mingus prototype token. We sure did. Holy crap, I got a follow from Dungeon Alchemist. Thank you so much. Did not expect that at all. So I am actually jumping in between the 2 programs right now. Foundry Virtual Tabletop, which I love, and your program Alchemist, your Dungeon Alchemist. So if anyone else is in here, I was a Kickstarter for Dungeon Alchemist. Totally became a Kickstarter for them. Thought their product was amazing. It launched in a very early alpha. Had bugs. It is still 100% in a early release, but I have to say it is a phenomenal piece of software. No questions about that. I love it. I'm gonna just keep having fun with it. We'll show the first 2 maps here that I actually created out of it. So a little bit of background. They're gonna start in Thentia. It is a port city in the northern half of Farron. So I found some maps for it. Hey, you're welcome, Dungeon Alchemist. You are an amazing product, and we'll show what happens. So we're gonna have this story start in a tavern. And I know D&D, a lot of taverns and inns are the same thing, but I really didn't want that. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna start at this Brockman Tavern. There's 8 players, and they all were trying to figure out how they knew each other because I am starting them at level 3. I didn't want to do a level 1 thing. I really started in Mixer, but it was like kind of already the beginning of the end when I started over at Mixer. So I never got to really partake in a lot of it. I did end up going to Twitch, became an affiliate of Twitch, did not like Twitch, left their affiliate program, and wanted to just keep going up with Glimish. Just because I'm very intrigued on how they're doing, and they're just really kind of here for the streamers, not here for their big giant Amazon money. So that's how I got here from there. Like I really wanted to Mixer to keep going, but I also follow Microsoft too much and kind of figured that was going to happen. But I do know that a lot came here, and it's exciting, and I really hope Glimish can keep picking up. That I mean, it's great to see what they're doing. The Brackman Tavern staged. This was created in. Here is a live map created in Dungeon Alchemist. Nothing particularly thrilling about it. The setup here and the story is this is where we're going to start. Level 3 characters. They have decided that they're in a band. There's, I guess, 4 of them are in a band. Other ones know of the band. I have a total of 8 or 9 players, depending on if one ever gets me his information or not. Which is insane, and I'm stupid for doing it, and I'm not I'm not happy about it, but I'm just kind of figuring out how I'm going to do this. So while I created this as a quick and easy tavern to start in, after I realized I let entirely too many players come in, I've found that this tavern's too small. So we're going to rebuild it in a little bit here and make something bigger. The reason I said this is too small is it's going to be right after the band is done playing, and they're actually going to be in a battle. And it can be I've got my party kind of worried about this because I told them, like, look, you could all die on the first session if you play your cards wrong. I did give them the benefit that if you die in the first session, like TPK, like we'll start over just for the first session. But it's really funny, and I'm so glad that I told them that they cannot come into this stream, because the logic here is it's going to be a fight, and if they kill any of the locals, the guards will come, they will get arrested, and they will be, and essentially they're going to be executed. But if some of them can escape, then there's a chance to save their friends. But, you know, it's kind of one of those fun things that, hey, real consequences. Mostly because my last campaign, it took way too long. It kind of thought there wasn't going to be a lot of consequences in the beginning. So I want them to make sure that there are definitely consequences this time. So that's Brackman Tavern. If they go through and everything's fine, they break up the fight. The tavern owner gives them some sweet drinking money, and they have some drinks here, close the place down, and then they go into the next place, which is again another place that I have to remake because it's too small. But then we have Ravenheart Inn main floor. So the Ravenheart Inn is an actual inn, hotel, small tavern. I wouldn't really even call it a tavern. It's just like, hey, I got a small little kitchen, I can serve you up some little drinks, but nothing big here. So essentially this is where they're gonna come to really spend their night. So I'll zoom out this map because I made it a little big here. So this one, you know, you come in, you have the main lobby, little place around the fire pit. This is like your check-in, check-out desk with a little bit of drinks, nothing huge. You come in here to a small dining room. We have a kitchen in here. I honestly can't remember what I was. Oh, that is the restroom right off the dining room. That seems like a logical place for that. But kitchen, pantry, and then we have a horse stable. So, you know, adventurers could drop off their horses. And then this is the interior of the stable as well. So I built this before a lot of the last couple feature updates were done. So it was really, I think when I finished the second floor of this inn, they just put in stairs going down. So they're gonna come here, they can have some drinks, stories all written. So we have some drinks here. I'm sure this is probably not the easiest thing to see on stream, but basically, it's the annual celebration of the harvest, high harvest tide, because I'm going ridiculously over insane about timing and everything with this campaign. I went onto DM guilds and found a actual time tracker calendar and form from Whoop-de-doo. So I'm going insane, right? So we know it's high harvest tide. That's why they were there. Everyone's here. So they come back here. Apparently I deleted a whole lot of things, but they come back here to the Ravenheart Inn. They can have a few cocktails before they go to bed. Upstairs we see the bedrooms, which were going to be fine up until I had more players than I originally intended. So we will rebuild this, but the place is booked because of the High Harvest Tide Festival. But here again, we've got the upstairs. Here's the little lobby, not the lobby, the hallway to the bedrooms. We've got 5-6 bedrooms, communal bathroom, a chapel. I thought that was interesting, so I put a chapel in for reasons. And then this is obviously the downstairs. This is outside, so that'll be the downstairs. My God, I just broke myself. Stables for horses. I can't believe I just ridiculously completely forgot that. So, let's have some fun, shall we? Okay, so I'm gonna end the video here. There's gonna be more to come. So after this little introduction of what we're doing and where we are, the next video that's gonna come up is really gonna be into Dungeon Alchemist and showing off that program. I play around with a couple of the new features. Painting terrain, hills, water, so that's all really neat. And then I remake I remake the initial tavern, and then I remake the first floor of the hotel for my larger parties. So come back, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You'll get notifications. If you hit the bell, it'll let you know when I post those videos. So come back and keep following me on this journey. Hope you liked it.